Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Good to have you there, Vulcan. Hope you're doing very well, Moscow. Stay safe, man. And hello there, Anno. In my defense, would have been on time, would have been actually a minute early. But OBS decides, well, YouTube's kind of annoying. It decides I need to change the stream key every freaking time, which is fun. Oh, how you doing there, Roach? It's been a while, man. How you doing? How you doing, AT? Good to have you once again. Right. So, turn 77. Whoa. We're moving on now. So we'll get into this in just a moment. There we go. Go ahead and launch the game. There we go. That is from earlier. I need to sign out of that one. Forgot I left that up. Yeah, well, yeah, that helps. I was going to relaunch the game just to make sure it detects the new save. I don't think it needs to. How you doing there, Keith? Good to have you, my friend. How you doing, Carl? Yeah, trying to be interesting. It will be indeed interesting. We do have a large chunk of armor moving to the north. So we'll see. Going into the crazy quarantine life. Well, I'm glad he's doing well as well. Yeah, it is really boring, isn't it? I've got to admit. Time just doesn't feel real anymore, does it? It's like... how you doing there, Victor? Nice to have a new name there. How you doing there, my friend? Victor Hugo. I like that name. Okay. Now let's see. Hey, doing there, Zarif? Good to have you, my friend. Okay, that's nice. Yep, he retakes to Yun. Not too surprised considering we evacuated it. But it did serve its purpose. How you doing there, Alexander? Good to have you, my friend. Indeed. That's pretty cool, dude. I hope it's nice and safe in Brazil. I assume it's warm. So at least you got that one. There we go. Finally take that base. Okay, I need to put something in place for it. It's not good that we're losing that. I mean, that's been at least 3 times in a row, so we need to stop that. I'm amazed at just how much has been lost there. Hello. Oh. Well. That's just my luck, but RO-34 launches 2 torpedoes, but at least we are aware now that there's APs in the waters. Don't see an escort there. That's intriguing. It might be that we take the combined fleet and have it head immediately south, and to be honest, it seems there is genuine activity there to warrant such activity. It seems unguarded. I mean, there wasn't an escort, so it seems as if it's unguarded, which is a little bit fast and loose. I know I do it quite often, but yeah, it's different when we do it. Okay. Hit but no explosion. Oh, that's good news. He did well to actually hit as well. Well, no, I suppose they're not too hard to hit. There we go, attacking the submarine salmon. Or salmon. Out of ASW munitions, unfortunately. Okay, once again bombarding at Ambon. Now, the perpetual problem that we've faced for the last few turns, really, I suppose maybe about, I don't know, good week or 2 in terms of turns, is where are the bloody American carriers? At what point do we start to feel worried here in the Dutch East Indies? I have moved a significantly larger amount of aircraft to Makassar. I'm going to have them begin to ground pound at Surabaya. We need to just really erode his air power. And to be honest, I want to get the landings at Java underway as soon as possible. We do need additional forces. But we'll see what we can scrounge up and manage. Sooner rather than later would be a good idea. Okay, another 248 casualties inflicted there. How you doing there, Justin? Nothing too exciting. We did see an AP that unfortunately our torpedoes missed. Lodged from a RO-34 that unfortunately missed. But there we go, so we knock out 5 there, 10 non-combatants, 16, yeah. 5 destroyed, 7 in total with the 2 disabled there. Yeah, Ambon's well and truly knocked out for the most part. Bombard and a Wankal. Speed this one up. Okay, 256 casualties there. Seems to be the number of the turn there, really. Around about sort of number. Okay, night air ops. Ooh, hello. Oh, right, so it's a suspected submarine near Stuart Island, but that's intriguing, actually. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. Second time's a charm. Oh, very nice. No troop losses reported there, but that's very good there. On fire, heavy damage. That's really... Is this lingering at the island? That must be lingering out of the island, then. Well, that's really bloody lucky for us, then, isn't it? But why is it lingering out of the island? Quite a few casualties there. That's unfortunate. But I mean, that is... He must be lingering out of the island there, then. I mean, well, I'll gladly take advantage of that. I mean, potentially so. Perhaps if we'd have caught it in the prior attack, we might have been able to destroy some troops. But at the end of the day, I mean, those APs are... they're not something you want to lose. Yeah, we need to stop losing assets there in Luzon. It's incredible to see so much being lost. We'll see what we have. We'll dock the rest. We do see some American submarines to the south, actually, of Japan. Right, ships been reported here. Okay, Allied submarines there. Ships been out of Port Moresby. Apparently our submarine network over there is just not capable. I suppose it is to be expected during the night, as we don't have air search. Okay, submarines there. There we go. And the really good thing here is, as he has the submarines linger at Ambon, it does help out our KR-48 and their ASW. Just continually. It's like every time they do these attacks, they get better at it. Right. Sweeping over here. Nothing detected. Okay, shadowed by patrol over there. Right, so we still see these forces moving over here. I'd imagine they're in movement mode. So this is actually really nice coordination. That is a lot of aircraft that have actually managed to coordinate there. That's really quite impressive. We've got 46 Ki-51s, 3 Ki-30s, 40 Ki-21s, 24 Ki-36s. That's actually pretty good. It's rare we see that much coordination. There's an interesting amount of flak over here, but it must be just like AAA. It's not really having much in... Oh, never mind. I'm not having much in the way of impact one dice. How you doing there, Oscar? This is a different stream this one. But we've only just started, but it's good to have you, my friend. Okay, wow. As we inflict 417 casualties there, so 1 destroyed, 27 disabled, 39 disabled. I mean, this is good news. I mean, that is all AV that is being, well, just destroyed there. Which is what we want to see there. Yeah, plenty of forces there. How you doing there, French dog? Okay. How you doing there, we? Thank you very much for becoming a new patron as well. That's much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, far too little, far too late, but at least it is something. Hey, doing Master Nice Lab. Good to have another name here. Nice to see you, my friend. It's Bataan. Yeah, Bataan's AA has been a consistent problem, but it's not to be... it's more or less expected at this point, isn't it, really? But this is quite good. Another 28 inflicted there, another 3 squads disabled. That's good news. Yeah, K-45s would be really nice. The K-45, sorry, Nicks. They would be great. But as we can see, we still see the forces moving over here to the north. He's... I don't know, the question is, will he arrive at Shaogyang? I'm going to say probably... I don't know, it depends really. We have been consistently bombing him, so I would be somewhat surprised. Tojo's going a bit late there. Well, this is it, but it's adding up. It is adding up. I mean, we're not throwing all the air power there, so we could get some more, but this is worthwhile doing. Slow him down over here. Well, you should cross the river over here with a good few divisions as well. Yeah, there we go. 153 inflicted over there. That's nice to see. We're having a sizable impact either way. Miniature attack is depriving him of valuable AP. Sorry, AV. I mean, granted, there's probably a couple thousand there, but the thing is, this is causing him to use supplies well, which is what we want to see. Jesus, thank God it doesn't have air power there. Nice to see a good amount of bombers though, once again. There we go, more Sonoyas. I'm hoping that this will slow them. Another 20 casualties there. At least one non-combatant destroyed. Good, no losses. There we go. I do dearly look forward to the day we take those bases. Okay. Yeah, best case scenario is we arrive at Xiaoyang. Our best case is we arrive at Xiaoyang before him. It depends, really. I'd be quite intrigued just to see what the numbers are like there. Right, moving into the PM. Interesting. Allied ships. Whether it actually is allied ships is another one. Right, we are seeing ships around there. We're seeing activity. 8 allied ships. Ooh, that's actually fair. Right, moving at 14. I mean, that's an interesting one there. And we are seeing plenty of ships down there to the south as well. It looks like it is a good time to potentially head south. Looks like we just had something just off the coast of Australia, then I'm sure we just saw something there. Popped down to the south, didn't it? And it looked like Perth. That makes me wonder. We've seen a lot of ships outside Rangoon. We will get things set up there. No excuse. We'll see what we can do to rescue the campaign, essentially. There you go. You can see the ASW's doing a good job there, just essentially hounding them. Right, Sturgeon. Okay, so of course we do have MKB over here alongside a Karga and Karga. Attacking once again. No dice. Once again. No dice. But that will disturb her. Okay. So we'll be moving into the land phase. We are... Right, okay, it's actually really good to see that our... and this is it, I didn't realise, but of course we do have a submarine just to the north of Bill. And it's been doing a really good job. We've actually picked up on quite a bit of activity out there, so actually gives us a lot to work with. Okay, so down to 286 there. We are coming closer and closer to the point at which we can attack here. Ideally, look forward to that as well. There we go, 34 casualties. He's down to 375. We could potentially go with a deliberate attack, but we're... Yeah, there we go, deliberate attack over here. I could have gone with a shock attack, to be fair. At least we'll manage that. I'd like to then get that regiment moving south. Right, capture the base. They retreat. Yeah, towards Kuching. I'm not going to follow as there's no road, as far as I'm aware. Okay, good. The base force does surrender. That's what we like to see. Oh, we do knock out a few aircraft. Well, that's a nice one. Always good to knock that out. Another bombardment attack over here to Kagayan. Additional forces have arrived. And this is it. We'll be putting an end to Mindanao shortly. Kagayan really is the only thing on Mindanao holding out at this point. And what we'll do is we'll secure all these bases here. Jolo would be a nice one to secure. I don't know about a shock attack. I'd love to say a shock attack, but... Yeah, but that terrain makes it really, really risky. Never forget that. I think deliberate attacks until we just knock him down. Alright, good to capture the base. Yeah, no, but it's one of those of, we'll see. I'd prefer it to be low before we went with any sort of shock attack, really. There we go. It's a pretty nice turn, man. We actually did get some hits on an AP. Well, just a single hit, but that did do some heavy damage. So pretty good overall. I will be interested to take a look at China, but we do see a lot of interesting reports going out of the Pacific as well, which is intriguing. So who knows what he might have in store for us there. It could be that we're potentially detecting submarines, which it seems like we are detecting submarines. Well, it's hard to tell there, Carl. He had troops there anyway. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I suppose there's going to come a point at which he will move. Oh no, it looks like he has. Okay, fair enough. That's intriguing then. Okay, Akitsumiru has arrived, that's nice. Okay. Yeah, he did make it, wow, okay. On the same turn that we arrived as well, So what do we have here right now then? So we have 3 divisions, we have armor, and the issue is the 15th division is weakened, but we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tank regiments. That is a significant amount of armor. Okay. So he's still on this hex over here. The thing is, we don't have to attack him per se. Right, additional regiments are moving as well, so they will arrive tomorrow. I can put them into combat mode, actually, and that's probably a wise thing to do. So place them in combat mode. Okay. There we go. So we are planning for Xiaoyang, so we do have headquarters support to the south. Yeah, well this is it. We're moving a good few divisions over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions are heading north, which is excellent. That's good. So about 2 days or so they'll make it. No, that doesn't cancel as far as I'm aware. Oh, that's weird. Huh. Okay, I'll reload the turn. I didn't realize that did that. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Bizarre. Okay, we'll reload that then. That's bizarre. I don't understand why it does that. It's kind of, yeah. This is the kind of things with the bloody game, isn't it? Little things like that. You're like, oh, come on. Okay, so I'll just skip through the replay again. Well, we're already bombing him with a lot. Yeah, it's bizarre that, though, isn't it? You think, like, come on, really? You can move them into different, like... No, I don't know, it's bizarre. Oh, well. We'll get through this quickly, then. If blocked, okay. Oh, well. It'll only take us a few minutes to get back there, then. Kinda annoying. But oh, well. Yeah, the question comes down to, do we attack such a large force? I'm going to say probably no. It is a very large force. It does depend on how much supply he still has. Savavu. Interesting. He's moving forces to Wallace Island. Okay, at least we get to see this again. Yeah, so. I mean, the good thing about all of this is we do have the forces that will have crossed from Changsha as well. Oh no, I don't think they actually made it this turn, because obviously I put them in combat mode. So they will arrive next turn. The issue is obviously they're not going to take the base immediately, so we'll have to take the base. Yeah, it's kind of impressive, if anything, really. But at the end of the day, he still has to do something about it. He could fight or something of that nature. I mean, the best case scenario is obviously we attack. It's a difficult one, though. We could attack, and it might actually still be worthwhile to attack. You're talking about at Xiaoyang. Yeah, and it does make me wonder how much supply he has. The other thing is, we do have our forces to the other side on the other road there, moving north. So we will make it to Changtai. Now, if we make it to Changtai, which we obviously will, take Changtai and then continue to move on. Ideally, we'll be able to get up there before he can. Either way, he's not in a great situation. We'll have reinforcements move to the north. I mean, another 3 regiments to start with is going to be nice. No, I don't think he would attack as well. Question is, do we attack? And it might actually be worthwhile to attack. It's one of those, if we don't attack, is he going to be in movement mode, moving out there? It's a difficult one to say, because obviously we could stand to lose... I don't know, it's an interesting one. With armor... I mean, this is it. Obviously, we'd prefer him to attack, but it doesn't really make a difference in the clear terrain, does it? That's an interesting one. But above all, if he does attack, he's using supply. We'll keep on hitting him by our aircraft. Well, that's it, yeah. He can't have much supply as well now. Obviously, I mean, the thing is as well, we are going to have additional divisions behind him. It'll be an interesting one. He may decide to go for an attack. I'm hoping that the sheer amount of armor there will make a big difference. Forts aren't going to matter, Carl. It's clear terrain, they don't matter. They make a difference, but they're just not good enough. And also that would be using supplies, so we'd actually prefer him to use that supply to make forts, to build forts, sorry. I don't know, it's hard to say. I don't imagine he has a lot of supply. I really don't think he'll have a lot. I think maybe one attack or two attacks it probably would be dry. The sheer amount of men there, the sheer amount of actual supply draw is just going to be insane. The best case scenario is we just continue moving north, really, with the other forces. It is going to be one of those where we might consider an attack. It's a tough one. Obviously, it would have been great had we arrived at Xiaoyang before he did. I'm pretty impressed that he made it there first, to be honest. Yeah, again, there was very interesting reports on the Central Pacific there. Yeah, I'd imagine he's going to want to retreat. I think it's one of these of we will attack once we have... I don't know. It's one of those of will a couple extra regiments make it worthwhile to do so. We might be in a position where we could attack now and manage it. I think we'll have to take a look at the numbers. I mean, it would have been helpful had we had, like, the 15th Division at full strength. And we'll see what we will have arriving shortly. See how the numbers look. But either way, he is retreating. We do have forces that are moving regardless of his own men there. And I just can't believe he abandoned Changsha like that. It's just not a good idea. It just... I mean, we have all those divisions up on the other road there that are going to march to Changte. We should be able to make it to Changte before his forces out of Aichang. So all we do then is we just leave a division or two to actually hold the city. I think even a division could do it. Move up a regiment or something later on then to garrison it as well. And keep on moving. We'll see what we have free. But essentially... he's damned if he does and damned if he doesn't, really. Yeah, it's an intriguing one. And the good news is, as well, we'll have the roads. It might be worthwhile... I don't know. We'll take a look at the forces. Well, I know, but he didn't have to leave Changsha. I mean, this is an encirclement all of his own creation, essentially. Yeah, I know. Thanks. Well, at least that's something I'm aware of. Might have explained a few things why we've not had certain units arrive beforehand. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save the game, then. We'll go there. There we go. Yeah, he should have gone off. It would have made so much more sense. He could have left a garrison at Changsha, which would have meant we would have had to attack there to take it. He could have left... I don't know, it's one of these. He could have left, like, a division each hex to slow us down. I don't know. It's just not something I could really approve of. I think it's very... I don't know what really motivated that decision. It's one that he is going to pay for, really, one way or another. Okay. Well, that's it, yeah. Well, this is it. I mean, Changsha is now our logistical base, and we can do a lot with that. Alright, we'll get what we can moving. Right, we do have additional answer that can be shifted up, which has already been moved up. So it looks like we'd arrive at Shangtan. Wow, so we're one... Wow, okay. It looks like we might be a mile out. Yeah, wow. 1 mile. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we will arrive tomorrow then. If we take a look at these roads here. And of course it is a major road to the north, but the thing is he still has to face Chikyang. Oh, 160 AV then. Do they need to be in combat mode? It probably is worthwhile putting in combat mode. Unfortunately, I can't... Well, I could also... What I could do then is actually... Yeah, Shangtan is abandoned completely as well. What I could do here then is find a unit, or set a unit to actually head to that... to Xiaoyang, and then I could set everything to follow that then, essentially. Yeah, we could do that. Or will this be captured either way? But either way, we want to make sure that we move across here and carry on moving. No. As far as I can tell, he's not moving here. But what we'll do then is we'll go into combat mode. So that leaves us with 1503 assault value. It's not an insignificant amount. I mean, this is it. You take a look at the amount of supply that we have in the Hex. I really do wonder what his force is going to be looking like right now. Yes, okay. The question is, how much armor will he expect here? Nah, I doubt the reconnaissance could miss that. Right, so put them in combat mode. Yeah, so they will arrive tomorrow. I mean, that's additional tanks there. It's over 100 additional tanks. I mean, that's all sorts of light tanks there. I mean, that's what, yeah. That's 52 tanks. Another 45 tanks here. These are still light tanks. Whereas this one here is made of light and medium. But that's another 57 tanks there. So that's over 100 tanks there. One of them's actually planned for Singapore, which I should change. Oh, both of them. Yeah, I just noticed that myself, actually. How you doing there, Stein? It's good to have you, my friend. We're doing well. I hope everybody else is doing well as well. Yeah, so... I mean, this is it. We do have a headquarters here. Obviously, we'll have an headquarters as well. But that is a lot of units to have in one hex. That is a lot of units. That's 400,000 men right there. But that is going to be an immense amount of supply drain. He does produce some resources there. Sorry, some supply. But it's not going to be much. And if we take a look over here, we did cut the road off last turn as well. So there's been no supply moving down this way. He does have this road, and he will be sending supply across the actual terrain here, but it's going to be nowhere near enough. So essentially what we need to do then is just, yeah, make him bleed. Ah, yeah, forces moving here. Okay. So that's all to follow. Now they're planning for... Yeah, I mean, if we take a look at this, so he's still moving in the secondary hex. So secondary road hex over here. Now, he'll arrive potentially tomorrow or the day after. The thing is, we've already got a start on Changtai, so we will arrive at Changtai before he does, which is going to be brilliant. Yeah, if we take a look over here, we're already into that march. We will arrive there before he does, which is good news. So what we can do then is, that's going to fall immediately, essentially. It's not going to take much. What I could do then is move the armor. Now, they would move. I'll put them into movement mode this turn. They will arrive tomorrow then. Can we capture as we move into the abandoned hex? No, I mean, this is it. They can't move fast enough. Armor, maybe, but I don't think so. I think it's essentially you have to take the base before you can proceed. But that's fine. I mean, this is it. So if we take a look at this then, obviously he's got to deal with the issue at Xiaoyang just as we do. But then he's still got multiple hexes here. Now, granted, this is major roads. He then has to fight over here. Send enough troops to keep the northern base or the cross into Chongqing. Well, that's it, isn't it? But no, I mean, this is it. Once we were able to move around here, he kind of would be buggered then. A couple of divisions there would be nigh on impossible for him. Well. Let's take a look. Sort by attached. Yeah, I can't believe... If we'd arrived there this turn, that would have been brilliant. But I guess not. I guess things don't always work out like that. What I'm going to do then is take you. You're in movement mode, but you're not moving anywhere. So I'm going to set you to Xiaoyang. Now, I could even set them potentially further, but I think we need them to move to Xiaoyang. Otherwise, we might have some oddities. So what I'm going to do here then is quickly save it. Like so. What I'm going to do then is have them set to combat mode to make sure... I don't know. What is the rule regarding taking bases? What was that, about 160 AV? I do seriously hope that is true. Do seriously hope that's true. So what I'll do then is set all to follow. Well, I'll set all to march. Right, there we go. Does that reset that progress? Fine, reload it. Just give that a moment. Okay. It's just follow then, isn't it? Okay. It might be due to the fact that we can't get through there with that base there. Fair enough. What we'll do then is we'll set them all to combat mode, which they are. Unfortunately, we don't have any armor here. Or do we have any armor? No, we don't have any armor. And this is it. I could send that down there, but I mean, that would arrive... Thing is, I need something to attack it to actually take the base. I think I'd rather have armor here. And this is the issue. Obviously, I'd like to have armor elsewhere. Right, we do have that brigade moving as well. So that's marching to Xiaoyang. So they should arrive. Yep, they'll arrive at Hengyang tomorrow. Oh, okay, yeah. We do have some armor here. How many political points do we have? 94. Right, that's quite good. Right, okay. Well, can I have you move up this way, then? There we go. Now, of course, I could send this armor. Yeah, well, we can change it once they get closer, to be fair. We may not actually need to target that city, you see. Yeah, I could send it back this way, but I don't think it's necessary. I think it is necessary to have regiments here. With sufficient AV, so that if we actually do make it up there, we've got a decent force that can move quickly. And it will also be very helpful to have said armor. Right, there we go. Right, very nice. There's another regiment headed north. Right, have you head to SunYan? What I'll do is save it just beforehand. I forget which one it is to actually get them to keep their progress, but move to another objective. There we go. Okay, there we go. That keeps it. That's good. I think I'm tempted once again down here then. But I think it might be due to the fact that they, no, I don't think they can move with that. But we'll try it out. We'll try it out. So settle to march that objective. Let's see, does that reset their progress? Yeah, it does. Okay. So that's unfortunate. So reload that again then. I was really hoping that we could manage that, but I guess it's, with the base actually not being under our control. Had it been, then yeah, it would have been significantly different. But okay, we'll take it as is then. So we'll arrive across the river tomorrow. And just continue to move then afterwards. Essentially, we're in... I don't know, it's one of those of like... It's not really a race against time for us per se. This is it, you've got to bear in mind, but obviously he's trying to move back over here to Chikyang. I still don't know why he took this road. It was I mean, this is it. We would have probably been over here to Chikyang by now, so I suppose I can see in some ways why he went for this, but it's just, it's one of these of where we've got like, what, 5 divisions there? Additional forces will be arriving soon enough as well. Yeah, we're going to have the armor moving up there too. Yeah, and that's not going to take long to move there. Ooh, saying that is a secondary road, so that is going to take a little bit longer than I would have hoped for. But it will still arrive in good time. Okay. Alright, there we go. Either way, I think we're looking good. I think it's one of these of, well, he can attack us, and I would be very happy if he did attack us. We could wait for additional armor to arrive, we could wait for additional troops to arrive. But frankly, we do have a good few thousand AV moving across the river. We've already got 1,838 AV here, that's moving to the north. You needed to arrive this turn to auto-capture. Okay, well, that's a shame, then. I mean, I could move that armor there, but I don't think that makes a difference. Well, we'll see anyway. I think it's one of those of no matter what. It's a goddamn shame we didn't get that 1 extra mile. But I can't go crying about spilt milk now, can I? But either way, if anything, it might give him a, I don't know, a glimpse of hope. I don't know what he's going to do here, because if he does attack, I mean, we still have another clear hex over here, so we'll see what happens. I do wonder how much armor, or really how much reconnaissance is he going to have. A decent chunk will be moving out for the reorganization. Yeah, I'm going to continue to have the 20th reconnaissance move north. So they'll arrive tomorrow with Changtai. So that's good. So once they arrive tomorrow, we can launch the attack the same day. And then I can actually have our forces move up over here to Chikyang. I think we will arrive at Chikyang before he can escape. He's got these units over here. He doesn't seem brave enough to actually do anything with it. He's of course retaken to Yun over here. But this is it. It just shows you just like how little the paratroopers really... They mattered over here more than anything. Yun was really just icing on the cake there, really. Right, so we do have some forces here. I'm going to need additional. We know there's a decent chunk of forces there. Alright, what do we have here? So this brigade has arrived. Put them into movement mode. I just need a small garrison for that. Right, we'll just move you to the north. I don't think we need anything especially tough there. Get these other brigades marching down here then. Trying to get pressure on there as quickly as possible, essentially. Right, have them march Nanyang. Right, you're marching to Loyang. No. No, that's more than we need. We'll have a march there. I'd rather have that AV down there. 100 plus is not required, really. If he takes the base, then fine. Well, I mean, take a look at this. What is it going to move here? And even if we lost Loyang, what damage would that really have on us? Nothing really. Right, these divisions taking their sweet ass time. I could await the arrival of the additional brigades there. That may be around about enough to actually go ahead and fight there. But of course I'd like to have the divisions, to be honest. Right, move it in there. Okay. I think we can go less than that. We'll give it a go with 1,000 yards or something. Maybe make it a little bit further than that. Just go for 5,000 yards. So go bombard once again at Wenkao. I'm going to change the planning once we actually arrive. It's one of those that I'm not going to change it until we definitely need it, per se. Because we could potentially have it used for another target that we'll need afterwards. If I feel confident enough about taking the city, that's kind of the opinion I go with. Right, they're going to move out there. Bombard one car once again, obviously retire then. Having an AK nearby would have been really nice, but oh well. We are getting to that point now where we could actually attack soon. He's dropped below 300. I'd like to get it down more than that, but we're not far off now. Okay. Artillery's moving there. 38th heading south. I'm going to continue to have the 38th move south. I don't think they're required over here in the north. It'd take them too long to arrive at this rate anyway. Right, we want to get an assault going over here. We want to get an actual force in being. God, I have the most random deployment of units here. So random. Okay, moving the third RTA. 6 RTAs in position. And we'll await the second RTA division to arrive. It would be good to have another one as well. Okay. Right, we'll finish that with a Naval Guard unit. Get these guys to move back as soon as possible. Get them loaded up, moving down here south. Essentially, we want to really accelerate this progress now. We might consider an actual naval invasion of Palembang. I'll see what I could potentially muster there, but we need to get it going. Can't really delay much longer now. Kuching, I think I have a Naval Guard unit over here at Jesselton, don't I? Yeah, we've got the 91st Naval Guard unit over there. That'd be sufficient enough, really. Finish off Kuching. Kuching's an actual decent base as well to have. So we'll go do that. Yeah, they're already loading troops, which is good. Tanakan would have been a bit of a risk, so we'll go with Kuching. Definitely take Kuching. Alright, there we go. Another division or two will be able to manage that. We'll actually then go for that. It's not ideal. I need to reassemble a division. So 4th is heading back to Kopang. We'll pick it back up from Kopang then afterwards. We did see something down here. I mean, this looked to have been picked up. We saw, yeah, been detected there once again. Yeah, we need to take a look. I think we definitely need to patrol around here. A bombardment at Singapore, perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. Not especially keen on it, however. Okay, they've recovered quite nicely. Right, I don't really need to move them to Balapapan. If I take a look... What size is the bloody port at Balapapan? So that's a size 4. I don't think it's worthwhile moving south just for one additional size in port there. Oh no, sorry, 2. Yeah. It's one of those of, is it worth using the bombardment attack? Is it that, is the return rate worth it? Or is it not worthwhile to wait for the extra division? Potentially a second division if I could get it. And then go with deliberate attacks off the bat, really. Obviously, it'd have a lot of strength to begin with, but obviously then we'd be causing more damage as well. Hopefully lesser losses as well there. Okay, 15th has arrived. Because first SLF has arrived as well. Brings us up to 327 now. And there we go. He's essentially going to give up at some point here. We could potentially go with a deliberate attack. Might be worthwhile doing so. I don't think he's got that much left. Okay, they're moving to the north. Right, so at Monado. Still lacking that supply. 5-2. At least we do have additional supply here. Yeah, drop tanks unavailable. I do have a zeros, however. It's not many zeros. It might be worthwhile just going ahead and sweeping the base with the zeros. I'm not going to shock at Wenkao. There's nothing over here at Monado. Oh, do you mean at Mindanao? At Mindanao I could go with a deliberate attack and just see how that goes. How long do those additional reinforcements arrive? You can do it in your own game, dude. You can do it in your game. Now let's just hate some G's. Now we'll go with a deliberate attack over here. Let's see, from Bhutan. It's a full Naval Guard unit. Right, what are the roads like there? Okay, it's going to take a while. We'll go for a deliberate attack then. There we go. No, I don't agree with that. When it's dropped further, we will do. I understand that you guys want to take Wenkao, but okay, we shock attack, it fails, at what cost? I don't think there's any real rush beyond this, even if it was to take them, even if we were to take them to move over this way, it would take time. I'm not concerned with how long this takes, as we are whittling it away quickly now. I know it seems slow, but this is still effective bombardment, it is dropping the AV. When it gets lower, then I will attack. Even a deliberate attack, I'm not going to consign them to that fate yet. When it drops further, we'll go for it. Okay, need additional supply here. I'm going to have to fly that in. How are we doing here? Have we been rearmed? Not fully. I think what we can do then, I don't know, it does worry me about that report itself. I mean, that submarine being spotted there is intriguing. What is the name of the actual submarine? Let's see if we can actually figure out what spotted it. So I-165. So see I-165 there. Allied light cruiser, that's intriguing. So that must be just to the south of Funafuti or the other island there. Yeah, okay, surface objects there, so I'm going to assume submarines there. If it makes you happy, we can do that. Looking for an I-165 here. Not seen a report. What's the actual hex there? So 47149. Yeah, I will do after stream. No, that's odd. I'm not seeing anything there. I might have potentially missed it. But that is very intriguing. I think what we'll do then is we'll continue to linger around Perth. What I'm going to do is head out, then head back in. In fact, what I might want to do is head to the north. And we'll head towards Geraldton. I don't want to drop the detection, so we'll head towards Geraldton. Then return and reset that patrol. Try and drop that detection level. You're out quite low there. Have you returned to Kopang? Right, you're heading south, that's good. Right, what I'm considering doing then is using the G4s to fly the headquarters out. I think we'll be able to manage that. I could probably find some transports to head down here as well, but I think it might be worthwhile to do so. Potentially even use the G3s or G4s to pick them up as well. Might cost us some ops losses, but it'd be the quickest way to get them back. So it'd be nice to pick up this base over here, or potentially move the floater. It's one of these. It's a difficult one because we don't have that much over here at Kopang. There is a good amount of supply, but I'd like to have additional bases made ready here. Now we could potentially fly it to Kopang. Sorry, from Kopang to Kendari. What do I have here then? So I don't have an airfield there. Don't have one there. Okay, so don't have one there. Not ideal, really. I think we fly back to Kandari. I think what we do then is we try to pull these forces out here. We do have APs, we have ASs as well. What I feel like we do then is, yeah, Yasukuni Maru is going to be handy for that. Refuel all the other ships here. Get them moving to the north. How do you guys feel about that then? I feel like it might be the right move to pull it back to Celebes. We just don't have that much at Kopang. And this is it. If there is indeed a carrier force moving to the north, which there might be, it's hard to determine. I still feel like he's probably at Perth, if anything. I still feel like it'd be a very bold move to actually head into the Dutch East Indies. But if he is indeed moving to the Dutch East Indies, I think it's definitely worthwhile making sure we can get those forces out there. Well, so you take a look at Kopang. Okay, I mean, obviously I can use Kopang. But I'd rather use Kendari and Makassar. If we're to defend this area, I'd rather have 2 air bases that are actually fit for purpose. Of course, we can use Kopang, but I don't have much here. It is risky. I'd rather just concentrate on Celebes. It's not ideal. I mean, I'd prefer to have the flotilla there and potentially move it further up. So this is the issue. I'd like, let's see, if I had you establish there. Yeah, I'd be able to use Kandari and Makassar. It might be what we do then is we swap these around. I could fly this unit actually in over here to Kopang. I could fly this unit over here, but there's no bloody airfield, which is not helpful. So we might move it via ship, but I feel like it'd be better off here. If I could have it move there. That allows me to use torpedoes for Kandari and Makassar. I could then also use torpedoes from Kopang. I don't know, I'm leaning towards that. How do you guys feel about that? I was trying to think of how we can actually make this area defensible. It is, but it's very exposed as well. The thing is, we want to have mutually supporting bases. And the issue is, if we take a look over here then, so, let's see, so we've got command radius 4, sorry. No airfield, none. That does, that's 4 hexes away, so I could make use of that one, but I have no aviation support there. That one's outside its range. I just don't have the actual aviation support to make Timor, in my opinion, viable. I could actually, I can get around using it, I could use it with a flotilla. Perhaps. But what I'm trying to say here is it's like, I could have the actual headquarters moved to, let's say, this settlement over here, okay? That allows me to use Kendari and Makassar for one headquarters, and I could potentially move that one down here, or they potentially move out elsewhere. It might be worthwhile to actually establish the flotilla at Sinkawang, which we should have done long ago, really. How are we doing here fortification-wise? So still at 2. How are we doing over here then at Wenkao? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm thinking about this, because if let's say it's potentially a carrier attack from the south, okay. Kopang can be overwhelmed. I mean, one target against, I don't know how many carriers, let's say. That can be overwhelmed. Now, at least at Celebes, I'd have 2 bases to make use of. And I think if we were to move that air flotilla, even potentially to, I don't know, Balapapan, not that I'm really bothered about that. If I was to move it sort of somewhere like Sinkawang, perhaps. At least then I'd be able to control this area somewhat better. Yeah, it's not ideal. There's a whole lot of aviation support there. Well, no, look at it this way. The division headquarters moves over here, let's say. It's got a command radius of 4, so Makassar is usable. It's 2 hexes away. Kindari is usable with torpedoes. Like, true enough, we lose a bit of aviation support, but if it means that both bases can use torpedoes, that's well worth it. Then I could potentially move that naval, that air headquarters fleet, or whatever you want to call it, over there to Sinkawang. Okay, now that means I actually have torpedo availability in this area, and I have torpedo availability in this area. I have a stronger position in this area on the island of Celebes than I do on the island of Timor. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. It is worrying, but if I was to naval evac them, but I think if, I don't know, it worries me that we're seeing reports here. I mean, how far, I don't know, this is it. It's like if we reported, I don't know, let's say, so Perth is... Right, that's 34 hexes. That's not a lot of time. It's not an ideal situation here. I don't know if they can actually recover there properly when they're in the same hex as an enemy unit. Yeah, return. Potentially something like that. I think it might be better off just to get these ships out then, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like I could move the entire unit. I think I want these ships out of here nonetheless. Yeah, this is why I'm worrying. Right, so enough fuel in each of the ships. Let's get them to Kandari. We'll share it out as we need it. Yeah, it's probably not ideal. Okay, should be... I don't know. Actually, I don't want to have them wait, making move. So we'll capture these 2 bases there, then. We can dock here, thankfully, but I'm going to take the other base as quickly as possible. Let's capture that one. Now, he still has units over here. Now, do I have a Naval Guard unit or some sort of infantry here? Right, so we do have 4C detachment. At least, well, yeah, definitely a detachment there. Got 2 paratroopers here. This is so bloody random. I need transports down here at Kandari. I need them there. Let's take a look. So Semarang is clear terrain. Okay. What we need to do then is we need to look for weaknesses over here. Yeah, so we'll run reconnaissance over these bases. We'll find an opening. I'm going to get transport aircraft moved down there to the south. Yeah, the issue is if there is a large carrier force, we're going to need... I don't know, this is what I'm feeling about it. It's a case of, well, is it even worth it? So we can't put up an effective amount of resistance there. I mean, maybe, but there's only so much there. I would feel better if we had mutually supporting bases. Right, so 51, so we could move down... decent enough. So we could move to Sinkawang this turn. Bernardo. Right. I'll move to Babaldois. Yeah, there's a little bit more aviation support at Babaldois. I also want to see if we can get something useful out here. So we've still got some infantry over here. I've got that base force. Construction units. See, a construction unit dropped off over here. Be nice. We could build an airfield then pretty quick. Right, where are these units? That can't be the entire unit. It's tiny. Right, unit organization. Wow, okay. I was hoping we'd find more. No, a naval force would be... I don't know. And this is it. It's like, imagine engaging, like, the Kitabatai. It's not ideal. Yeah, but the thing is, we need more. Yeah, Chancellor is delayed. I mean, how much aviation do we have here at Kopang? It's not ideal. I think we'll keep it as is for the time being, sorry. I was in a bloody reserve, that's obviously bizarre. Should have been a rest. God. I much prefer the other campaign now, just because I've got things where I actually want them to be. It's not half-arsed. So I've got a base force on the way down there. I'm pretty sure I could move that way and it change that to direct. Alright, get that moving ASAP. I don't know, this is it. It's one of those of, is there going to be a force here? I feel like there's going to be some sort of response, really. Right, run detected again, which is good. Now, we did have a lot of detection out here. DMS is okay. I'm going to have you actually head out. And to be honest, I'd like them to head down to the Line Islands. We have found targets down that way. I'd like to go ahead and take a snoop around Johnston, however. How you doing there, Racer? Good to have you, my friend. Go for a snoop around there. I don't think we need submarines here anymore. Yeah, I mean, that is one consideration. We do have the APs there at base already. I mean, they'd be able to begin loading today and get them moving. Obviously, we do need some fuel there, but we have enough fuel. I could maybe move these CLs there to just guard it, give it an escort. I know what you're saying with that, but I don't think it's that much a concern. And it doesn't really matter where he's moving into Pearl until actually moving in our direction. I know what you're trying to say. It's like, obviously, it's good to know like what's there, what's moving in and that, but we don't have that much good information. I really get it. I get what you mean with that. It's just I feel like it's a waste of a submarine's time in a way. I feel like he's obviously, if he's going to be moving to Midway, if he's moving with significant force, he's going to be moving with that significant force, come what may. I don't really give two shits about Midway. It concerns me when he moves towards the Marsh Islands, but if he moves towards the Marsh Islands, at least that's actually something we can work with. I know what you're saying, I do really get that. Like, I really genuinely appreciate it, but I just feel that it's not worth the time. I know. But this is it. It's just essentially if he's moving this way, he's moving this way. We'll spot him by air search anyhow. And the thing is, it's like once he leaves Hawaii, who's to say he's gonna continue that way? Who's to say he doesn't go another way? Who's to say things don't change? It's good and all, I get that, and I do want to be able to like hit things as they are. Even like, frankly, the submarine campaign, this campaign is shockingly bad. It's not good. But he is pretty passive, so we'll use that to advantage. I'll try and ride things as we can. I do feel like we should have the combined fleet brought to the south. I am tempted by heading to Johnson, to be honest. But I don't imagine there's a lot there. Let's take a look. I think we'll just head directly south. I'll link with those oilers. So we'll head for Tarawa, perhaps. Well, we'll head towards Baker. Make sure we set some waypoints to avoid sub-protection. Well, sorry, yeah. Aircraft detection. So let's see where that put us. It says 19, so we need to be further out there. Right, a little bit more. Yeah, no, I totally agree. If I move them safe, what path do they choose? Okay. Let's move them direct still. Just gonna have to move them further out. Right, we're definitely out of range there. Okay, so what we'll do then is we'll obviously have his force head north then. So we can have it head somewhat towards Tarawa. And we are quite blessed in the fact that we could obviously just move north and meet them. I could have them head out to Tarawa and just meet them out there. Yeah, we'll head to Tarawa. I'd rather not waste fuel just being at sea. It's not really a wise usage of said fuel then, is it? Now, we are aware of mines over here at Christmas Island. It does make me wonder if there's mines over here at Palmyra. I don't think so. I don't know. It's one of those of, like... It just seems like he messed up. It seems like he was trying to bombard the island and just didn't for some reason. I don't know why, because he's bombarded before. It's one of those of, like, it's a very, very, very risky move. Had he remained even a day longer, or, well, 2 days would have been ideal. Had he remained even a little bit longer there, he could have potentially have spelled disaster for his forces there. It's one of those of, like, okay, so we move the carriers there. But it's not as if we sent the entire carrier force. So it might be one of those of where, I mean, if it is something of a love, then okay, well, it's kind of backfired in a way. Because if he goes with the assumption that that's the Kid Patai, then, well, okay, he makes his move elsewhere, and boom, okay. We have carriers elsewhere. I'm speaking of carriers, I'm feeling in favour of having them move south. It may be that we move the carriers to Tarawa as well, link up with the actual combined fleet. It's been a long time since we've seen him. Hello, we see some ships out here. Is he seriously moving them without an escort again? My god, he just wants them to be sunk. Oh dear. Moving west. I'll take a look at that. Yeah, he's a Japanese admiral. I'd imagine so. We'll be able to double check that shortly. Okay, well, we'll put some torpedoes into whatever the hell's here. I don't know, how do you guys feel about moving MKB to Tarawa and linking up with the carriers there? I feel like it might be worthwhile, because he's definitely showing ships in... Is that a... Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. That's not a battleship. He is being very active in this area. I think it might be worthwhile to punish him. I think we could manage that quite safely. I'd like to do something to back that up. I don't know. Right, moving ships out there. Is that still the searchlights? Yep. How much of the base forces here, then? It looks like a good chunk of it, to be fair. Yeah, just support over here, but that's naval support. All the aviation support's over here at Comac now, which is good news. Yeah, it takes us up to 37, which is excellent. We do have 24 engineers now. So we'll build in the airfield, which is good. Need that airfield built ASAP, really. Right, let's see. And you're moving south to New Mayor. Are these major roads? They are major roads. Okay. Now, the thing is, I'm going to be moving the naval. Yeah, the flotilla there. I don't think they have any engineers. I don't think it matters that much. I read that Allied players get Japan to commit troops down there in the South Pacific, and then when the tide turns it into the... Well, this is it. Yeah. Well, the fact is, these troops aren't going to stay here forever. As soon as I can move them out, I'm going to be moving them out. I know that sounds daft, but the thing is, well, it's not a doomed situation. And this is it. I've been moving them out. If I didn't have something else, I would move in. No, I fully agree. We need to have as little troops on these islands as possible. I was just thinking, is it worthwhile having Lafoa garrisoned? I think it's worthwhile. Maybe not with the entire unit. Unfortunately, I can't split it without having them loaded of all troops. But I think I'll use them elsewhere. I think what we'll probably do is just hold on to Comac and New Mayor. Yeah. Well, Port Moresby would be nice, I can tell you that one. Not far now. I can't believe our subs are just... Get off your arses. Need to punish him here. Right, fly during the night. Where's he moving? Southwest. I am very much tempted to... I mean, this is it. I need something to move into the Fiji area with afterwards. But it might not be... This is it. I suppose, if anything, it is going to force some sort of reaction. It will need to go to truck for repairs. No, I do agree. But right now, I'm not intending for it to get to combat. But its float plane is quite important right now. Why the crap am I using bloody waypoints there? Right, trying to engage this son of a bitch. Seriously, why am I using waypoints? What the hell's going on with that? Right, if he's seriously not escorting now, we should be able to make a good job of it. I don't know, it seems to be a trend lately sending things out without escorts. Right, so waiting for them to be loaded. They don't need to be in that. Okay, that must have been a mistake there. That's bizarre. Okay. I can't remember what I was bloody doing last time. That was a bloody mistake there. Oh well. Then in combat mode now. It's going to be a wasted day, but okay. It is more efficient. I mean, I think it's about... you only have about 80% capacity when you're loading them amphibiously. I think that's to represent, obviously, the somewhat disorganized nature of obviously having everything loaded up aboard, ready for action. So obviously things not being packed away as such, obviously weapons being actually on troops, etc. So it might be worthwhile to do, but I think it's worthwhile to actually have them arrive in combat mode. I can go for it in the future. It was bad luck, to be honest. It's not that we, I mean, it was Raoul Island that we went for and we got picked up by Allied ships. We did go for Norfolk Island and then we got torpedoed on the way back, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we're going to get H6K4s established down here at Noumea shortly. Once we have that established, we can really get an idea what's going on. How many H6Ks? Yeah, oh, that's plenty. That's plenty. I'm going to push that out. Fatigue's great. Well, it's alright. Push that out to 25. So that is interesting, actually. We've not detected ships here. Yeah, it gives us potential eyes on over here as well. Goes that entire area. Okay, well, they need to get their asses moving. And to be fair, I do have... Wow, we have Luganville. Okay, this is a really nice area. This crackers. Holy moly. Right. See, the shame is I can only move... Yeah, okay, so I can't use the G-forces as I'm hoping for. I could move supply, however. These guys can move troops. I think we do that. Get them moving to New Mare as quickly as possible. I don't need to worry too much about that. I could probably reduce that to 20 still and be fine. I'm gonna... Actually, yeah, I'll go with 20. Maybe 21, but even then it's still additional. We'll go with 20. There we go. And there's a lot of ships in this area. He's up to something for sure. Right, I'm going to move those guys over there as well. Get them moving that unit. I'm very tempted. I think what we could potentially do as well is, if we do bring the carriers down this way, I could move engineers to survive, cover that. But I think essentially what we'd want to do is we would really want to have some AKEs. So ideally, I could consider a proper move down here to the Fiji area if I have some AKEs. And then essentially what we'd do is, it wouldn't be ideal. It'd be better if we had more battleships, but it might even be that. I think what we might do is take the battleships that bombarded Ambon now, take them around towards Truk. Obviously not to Truk per se if we don't need to. But I think bring them down to this area and then essentially look towards just neutralising the Fiji area. If I bring AKs as well, if I bombard Pago's airfields, we can shut the area down with the carrier coverage then. I think we potentially look at doing that. I think we need to be aggressive. I think we need to get something moving here. But I'm going to have these guys move over to Luganville, have them aid in transferring those forces. I could have done this a while ago, and I can't believe I've missed the opportunity to do so. Absolutely crackers. But right, there we go. We're going to get a decent chunk of that unit moving there, which means I can then base a H6K force down here at New Mare, which means we'll have additional coverage there. It does mean that we have a lot of eggs in one basket, but it is a good island. It's right at the centre there. I don't lose anything from not having it at Luganville, frankly, so I have it out here at Funafuti. I mean, Luganville's just, it's essentially just a second, it's just a backup at this point. I should, let's see. Right, we've got fuel moving down there, that's excellent, okay. Right, we do have the 4th Air Division moving south as well, which is what we need. So we're going to have that move. It's not going to go to Luganville, but it's going to go to Afat, however the bloody hell you pronounce it. And we're taking engineers there as well. So what we'll do then is we'll turn this into a proper base, build up an airfield. I'd say it is worth it. I'd say it is doable. The question is, I don't think, if we go for an accelerated plan, I don't think we'll be actually landing there. But I think we could essentially knock it out. I think we could do a serious amount of damage to his facilities there, make his life hard. I think what we need to do is, if he's indeed in the south, or potentially in half strength in the Pacific, we need to push him. We need to strike. It would be very interesting to see if it draws a reaction. If he's indeed over in, if he's in this area, or if he's moved to the Dutch East Indies, I think we need to push him. I think with such an assemblage of force, we should be able to manage that. The question comes down to what damage could we potentially inflict here? Okay. Well, if we shut his aircraft down here, if we shut his airfields down here, we know he has aircraft in the region. That would knock out a decent chunk of his air power. We are seeing APs moving here. We are seeing him. I mean, this is it. If anything, that signals the fact that he's moving engineers around here, or moving ships, or moving troops. Obviously, he's moving troops, but he's moving something in the area. We could put a halt to that. I think we need fuel down at Luganville. We need to essentially set Lugan up as a proper logistical base. I think it's one of those of, what could he do to us elsewhere? That's the question. Now, I do wonder if it's worthwhile moving upon Palmyra. Yeah, potentially so. I don't have the troops to invade there right now, but I think we could probably shut that area down. And this is why I talk so much about getting the AKEs down there. If we get the AKEs down there, we can shut down the ports, we can shut down the airfields. It's gonna, well, he is going to repair that, but it's going to take him a long time to repair. And in the meantime, he's not going to be getting that supply in there. He's obviously going to be using the supply, but he's not going to be getting that in there. If we shut down the airfields, he's going to do he's going to do nothing. And essentially this is it. If we can actually then make Savai active, an active part of the network, that means we can advance the search network south. I think it's one of those where it's not a huge... I don't think it's an audacious project. I don't think it's a terribly large project to be able to manage that. I think it can, and I think it should be done. And this is it. If he's truly in the south, we'll see. We'll push him. So frankly, what we're going to need then is we're going to need the AKEs, definitely. I think what we'll do is we split this force up into two as well. We could look to go to Palmyra. I think we look to potentially go to Palmyra. Hit what might be there. Right, 2-2. I'll put a third... Yeah, okay, so I can put that third one there in with the Kinagusa. We could go with that. Now we know that their mines at Christmas Island. I mean, this is it. Essentially, I've got all these cruisers. We need to bloody well do something with them. I could have fast transports taking these islands and etc. Right, the flow planes aboard Kinagusa are going to become very, very exceptionally useful now. Right. If anything, we'll be able to see what he has out here. I want to try and throw some attention down this way. And there's a consideration moving south, but then again, I imagine he's going to have forces down here. So obviously we would need more than that. Question comes down to, well, if we move this way, would he attack this area? And potentially so, but there's frankly not that much that we couldn't move out anyway. He can't knock the airfields out because we don't need the airfields. So we're going to set it for Palmyra. I'll have them follow up. We'll scout out the area via aircraft. See if it's worthwhile. Frankly, I want to see what he does. I want to really push him. If anything, we've almost been asleep in this campaign. We need to up the ante, reorganize, and really get out there. Right. I didn't say we would land at Fiji. And this is it, I said that we wouldn't land here. We don't have the troops to land here, and I fully admit that. It doesn't mean that we can't knock out the air bases and the ports in the area via use of AKE and naval bombardment. 80, I'm not going to do that. If we lost horribly, then I would hold you responsible. And I'm not going to do that. It's not fair. I'm going to take this properly. We've committed to it now. The bombardment is working. We'll continue with that until we are done with it. There's not that much far. Not much further to go. Until we manage it. Round of a mixed brigade there. I don't think it's going to recover at any appreciable rate like that. We carry on as we are. I understand that we want these guys elsewhere, but understand this, it is working. Okay, it might not be flashy. But if we go for a shock attack, okay, at what cost do we take the base? What are these divisions going to look like afterwards? We'll bring it down to around about 200, and then we can go for the attacks then. We'll see how they hold up, but I'm not going to throw away these divisions. They've been wasted as such already, but they would be further wasted if they're not of any decent strength. We don't need them per se right now because we've carried on without them, so we'll carry on as we are. Do you have any additional armor here? No. Okay. Okay. With new May, it wasn't really recovering squads. I was recovering the fatigue and disruption. I get what you're saying. I can stand down the bombardment with the ground forces and we can see how it goes. Yeah, they recover AEV. That's what I mean. They recover disruption and fatigue, which means they increase their assault value. There might have been a squad recovered perhaps, but I didn't notice much. It was why we were so concerned about the fatigue and disruption over time, really. Okay, there's a whole heck of a lot of aviation here. Is that required? No. That needs shifting out immediately. We'll shift it out from Kota. Yeah, be sufficient for now. Okay, so we want to get natural assets into the area. Moving a Koi to the south. There's a lot of supply that's moved down there for some reason. I'm going to go ahead and expand the airfield to size 4. That would be good to actually be able to launch torpedo attack. These guys need picking up. Okay. So I think what we're going to do then is we're going to move over to truck area. So move that way. Giving the impression we're moving elsewhere. I mean, frankly, I don't think he has... No, he doesn't have detection anyway. I think I can just go that way. I don't think he'll be aware of it. Right, have these guys sent back. Or do I have PBs there? I've got a couple of PBs, but it'd be good to have a couple there going back and forth so we can actually cover other additional... other escorts. Other convoys. I'll tell you what we need to do here, then. They can meet that task force. This is what I'm talking about. Merge there. So we'll go for a deliberate attack over here then. See how we manage. Alright, there we go. With the rest of that south. Then we can take the rest of the Philippines. Right, we'll have you dock up. Hey, Adventure Husband, good to have you, my friend. Remain here until you actually get everything loaded. Ah, that's awesome, dude. No, be sure to check out the Dadman play by email as well. That's good too, but yeah, no. A lot of respect for THD. It's been a really good game so far. Hoping to up the ante, to be honest. Right, how are they doing in port? Right, working on that system damage first. Same for the cacao. Nagato is only 16 days out now. That's good news. Yeah, so repair a bit of damage each day about until we finally get it back in action. So I'll free up another BB. So yeah, we need AKE south. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I'm really glad. Yeah, the sales are really good. It's nice that they're actually annual as well. That does make a big difference. I like that they do that. Okay, so we've got 2 over here. That's brilliant. We can get them moving to the south end, so we'll get them moving out towards truck. I think this is it. We could potentially neutralize the area. I think we need to get AKs moving and just really get things moving, really. Get something set up and made ready. And the question comes down to, like, okay, well, what forces do we have? What forces can we move? Right, there's plenty of engineers moving south, and that's good. Yeah, so there's Yunyo. Undetected, okay. Yeah, just continue as escort, actually. Just make an escort. Right. Love to have these guys in, but they're going to run out of fuel soon. We've got some destroyers in DMS. That should be alright. We've got some 14 knotters as well. I may just drop them, to be honest, due to the fact that they're going to slow me down more than anything else. So move them back to Nagasaki. The 14 knotter and Soyuz are going to come in handy. Right, there we go. Have them move over there to Osaka, Kyoto. Kyoto. Okay. Yeah, no bloody roads there. Oh, okay, well, at least it's something. DMS should be about 14 or 15. Yeah, 15. If anything, the Fubuki's thrown us down. Looks like she's got a bit of major damage there. Yeah, I think what we'll look towards doing then. I mean, the beauty is we don't quite have the manpower. Well, we'll look and we'll find the manpower. I mean, once Port Moresby falls, but this is it. I'd like to... this is it. Forget the AKEs. If we actually get the support that could be given to us by carriers, we can bombard at Moresby, destroy the forces at Moresby, take the port at Moresby, free up a division, send that division elsewhere then. Right. We do have the forces, they're just misplaced really at the moment. Okay, so we're going to need the APs. We still have these guys, however. That's a brilliant cruise speed there. I want to go ahead and pick up additional aviation support. Get it moving out as soon as possible down south, really. Okay, so I could move the Titan NK US-1 now, which is good. Need that. Move down to Microsoft. Okay. Don't have a clear idea how many aircraft he actually has. So they can manage 9. Bloody 10 isn't in cars. Okay. Right, well, what we're going to do here then... have the zeros rest. We're going to have next turn then, we should have enough supply in the base, considering we do have supply being offloaded. Yeah, 7,000 here. 1,000 aircraft, I wish. I still don't have the engineers I really need, god damn. Seems like the only real bases are Copenhagen and Kandari that are actually viable here. God damn it. What else do we have in port? Okay, disband them and refuel them. Take that fuel over there. I may actually want to keep, yeah, I'm going to keep these torpedo boats in the area. Yeah, well, that's it. I don't know. I don't think we'll have ultimate success in China per se. We'll see what we can manage. Right, you're moving over there. Well, what I'm considering then is having them move out to truck. I could potentially link up with the other battleship then. I'm even contemplating potentially bringing Congo out a little bit earlier, but it's probably not. Yeah, it's not worth it. But I think what we need to do is we need to have them made ready. I think have the AKEs available. I think once we actually have the ability to rearm, that gives us a lot to work with. I mean, this is it. We could very well establish ourselves down this way. It's I don't know. It's an interesting one, really. I think we have a lot that we can do here. If he's truly weakened in terms of carry strength, if he's actually here at Perth, and this area is open, we'll bloody well make use of that. I think what we need to do is we need to secure Lord Howe, Norfolk and Rhode Island. We need to cut the shit out. We need to get these islands secured. Port Moresby needs to fall. And this is what we need to do. We need to get that moving now. Refuel the ships in port. Okay. Right, AGs need to move out. ADs need to move out. Get them moving south. Get things set up. Christ, that's a lot of AMCs. Get these patrol boats down south to Rabaul. Okay, additional engineers arriving, that's good. That's what we like. So we're 80% there into building the port, that's good news. It's not too far, then we can spread those engineers out elsewhere, get additional airfields built up. Right, what do we have here that can be moved? Okay. Jeez, I've got a lot of APs here. Wow. There's a lot of really valuable assets here. Bloody hell, I can't believe how much stuff is actually here, my lord. That's crackers, okay. Yeah, I'm considering very much that, actually. I'll go with these guys. Bloody fast. And what we're going to do then is we're going to take stuff south as well now. Right, we'll move them. Well, then again, do I even move them directly to Rabaul? It might be better just to go south. If I get additional engineers down here, we're in a good position, to be honest. We'll get them moving down there. Mines will be handed down that way as well. Alright, let's take a look. So Ryujo's taking some repairs on. Okay, so I don't think we need to move them yet. Allow them to continue to repair that a little bit longer. I'm going to wait for the additional BBs to arrive, give the other BBs some time to repair. I want the AKEs though. Okay, that cannot stand. I'm going to have a Cargill Zeros move south. I've been resisting it for so long for no particular... Yeah, been ridiculous. We're going to start hitting Port Moresby. Why have I just suddenly lost that? If not, be mad, but I will. Yeah, I've just seen it. Oh, can I further divide that? Oh, that's handy. Yeah, I'm going to change it anyway. Ah, that's good. That's well within range there. Right, I'm going to go with a small attack to begin with. Feel him out. We'll ramp it up from there then. I've got to imagine there is AA there. Right, there we go. Start hitting him there then. They can shift them back aboard a Cargi when we need that. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. We've got zeros running V. Right, you can be stood down completely. Let you rest. I'm going to have a careful if he's rest completely. They're going to be vital as well for the sheer numbers there. So have them rest. Right, okay. And we've not looked, actually. We'll look at that shortly, actually. Thanks for reminding me there. Right, so the rest of the units at Ballap happen, okay. That's actually quite a few Doniers, wow. Okay, that is a lot of Doniers. Sadly, 2 HK4s there. Okay. Right, there we go. Hmm. Right, well, I guess we'll go with that. I could even pick him up from Mersing, but it doesn't have a rail line, unfortunately. Okay, that's a good chunk of supply moving in there, that's excellent. So we are trying to make the area as ready as possible, as soon as possible. It does require more. Okay. How many zeros do we have? Let's see. 23 in the pool there. Yeah, we could upgrade them. Or can I? Oh, no, I can't. Thought we could there. That's unfortunate. So do not upgrade for now. Oh, again, some kind of weird... YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's weird. Okay, hopefully that improves soon. It's going to save just in case. Okay. So we're moving cruisers towards Palmyra, which should be quite nice. I mean, even knocking out the port there will cause us some damage there, would be quite nice. We are moving our forces. We're moving over here in China. We're going to be arriving here at Changte in about 2 days, then, really. There's nothing it can do about that. There's jack all he can do about that. I could essentially leave the 3rd Division for the most part. And that probably would be sufficient to hold it. Right, move our forces back over here. What we're going to want to do then is if we leave Aichang, well, under his control, frankly, it is better under his control. He's got a garrison there as well. It's also going to accumulate supply here. But essentially, if he doesn't... Yeah, stream weirdly paused for Sukan. Oh, okay, that's weird. Yeah, it seems alright on my end now. That was weird. But yeah, essentially, if we move here for Changte, he's got nowhere to go. We're going to arrive at Changte before he can arrive there. It's going to happen. There's nothing he can do about that. Especially when we're bombing him as well. Now, he's going to be in a difficult situation. Yes, we only have 3 divisions. One of them is a weakened division. Very weakened. Still got a chunk of its stable equipment. It just needs to recover. Still got those guns though. It's got those HMGs. I mean, this is it. It can still defend itself. Not very well, but it can still defend itself. There's a lot of armor. I'd be really interested to see what would happen. The good news is we can concentrate the air power now over here at Xiaoyang. Do these guys have the range though? That's a question. Yes, they do. Fantastic. I could even base them at Changsha, to be honest. There's not much aviation there, however. Right, there we go. Yeah, ground attack Xiaoyang. Okay. Right, they can continue as they are. There we go. Hey, did that guy? Yeah, he almost has to shock at Xiaoyang, which is not going to be great for him. That's not going to be a good thing for him, really. Okay, 82.49. That's good. The good news is we can concentrate the air power now here at Xiaoyang. Only thing is, obviously, you can do the same. I think essentially we have them all sweep there. And to be honest, I'm tempted... I don't think it really matters here. I think I might take the bombers. Yeah. Yeah, he could very well win that. He could very well win that. We will have another 3 armoured regiments arrive during the... Well, before the actual next phase, though, which is good. Well, before the land attack phase. So at least we'd have another 150 AV move in there. No. Something at least. Right, you're prepped there. Okay, so that's 5 command radius. So that is well within range. Okay. It's going to be an interesting one. If he fights that, it will... I don't know. It's going to be very intriguing. He may very well win as getting saves there. There's a lot of armor there, so he will get chewed up as well. The question is, will he? If he doesn't, that means that the divisions will arrive here. He almost has to. He is going to have to do something. He really does not have a lot of time. So those divisions will arrive here tomorrow. I mean, once they're there, then that is it. But the thing is, he's going to be in a difficult position because we do have additional armor moving in. And all the time that this is happening, we're still moving north. Still moving north. So we're going to be here tomorrow. And we're going to be there tomorrow? About 2 days. Yeah, just shy. But 2 days we'll be here. So 2 more turns, we'll be here at Changte. What's he going to do then? And this is it. He's going to have to fight a battle here tomorrow. Potentially. Well, let's say he fights a battle here tomorrow. Okay. He might very well look to just try and pull out. And it's a difficult one because we're obviously going to have to try and keep a track of that. But he's going to find it difficult. I mean, even if he's moving in movement mode, that puts him into a very vulnerable position where it could even be worse than what happened at Hengyang. Possibly. If he has a lot of those troops in there. He's going to be on under consistent aerial attack, so he's going to find his movement severely slowed. He's taking losses every single turn. This is it. He's obviously bleeding, man. Alright, we'll wait for them. How long are they going to be? 3 days. I'll get that one moving then. Where's the rest of your unit? Oh, Clark. Okay. That's good then. Yeah, he's gonna have to do something. So that's good. So we've got another squadron that I can transfer south. So we'll have a good few squadrons south. Not as much as I would like. We are moving additional engineers as quickly as possible. I don't like the situation. I genuinely don't like this. I don't like not knowing where his carriers are. We know they're down here somewhere. There's only a certain amount of time before things happen. We've seen the bloody submarine I-165 being detected a couple times in a row. She was detected off here with 10 out of 10. You do not get that normally. It could mean naval, it could, I don't know, it could be essentially like cruisers or something of that nature. But that was a lot there. That was a lot of naval surge. How much supplies in Xiaoyang? That's a good question. We actually have 6,000 here. I mean, this is it. Obviously, if we was to take that, wouldn't be good. Yeah, 6,500. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so that's 5 divisions marched across there. Alongside whatever else can be marched there. So that's a good couple of that. Well, it's definitely over 1,000 AV. I think this is it. It's going to be an intriguing one. I think, frankly, it's all about getting to Changte. If we get to Changte and get a couple of divisions there to Chikyang, he's not going to be able to do anything there. I mean, he could potentially attempt to cross him, but it's going to be rough. It's going to be very, very rough. When that times 3 there it'd be like a rock. It just, I don't think it'd shift. Not with his forces in the state that they're in now. So this is it. It comes down to, is he going to attack tomorrow? That's a lot of armor that's here right now. There's going to be additional armor here. There's going to be another 150 odd tanks as well tomorrow. Will this somewhat cow him as well? And that's the question. He's in a very desperate situation, and he's put himself in this desperate situation. I mean, the great news is, maybe I should move more divisions towards Xiaoyang, but I think we've got enough to be able to manage this. And yeah, he's put himself in this situation now where he has to make some really desperate decisions, but he's running against the clock. I mean, right there in Xiaoyang is 446 tanks. That's a lot of tanks there. And we're going to have, what, another... Let's see how many. We'll figure out how many we're going to have arriving tomorrow. So that's another 57. Another 52 there. Another 45. Okay, that'll take us to 600 tanks. That's a good question, but... No, we don't. Oh, no, we do. We do. Not to the west, sorry. No, sorry, yeah, we don't own that. Also, we can't own that. And we've got the south over here. We'll obviously have this when we move there. We've got this. Got that. To be interesting. He could retreat them, but... yeah. Fourth Palan for Palanbag. Where's the fourth? Oh, that must have been one that I missed. That'll have been with obviously going back and forth between saves there. There we go. Good spot. That's good prep for Xiaoyang as well. How are these guys looking? It's not bad. It could be better. Yeah, it could be better. We'll see. I think this is it. If he does attack tomorrow, he's going to use a lot of supply. That's going to be a tremendous amount of supply. He could very well win. And he probably has a good chance. It depends really on how much supply he has. It depends on how much he really has remaining. It might very well be worthwhile to use all air power against Xiaoyang. And I think I will do. And there's a lot to be said about selling that unit, but we will arrive there before that unit does. No, we'll continue as is. I could just instead use some units over here actually instead. That might be worthwhile. Well, the thing is, if he wins, then we'll have these divisions assembled here and we'll just continue to chase him. There's really no reason as to not. But all the while this is happening over here, I mean, this is it. When he fights, he's using supply. And you take a look at these hex sides here. So we own this hex over here. So that road is closed. That road is closed. I press control... Sorry, the Windows key and plus. That was a trick that somebody told me about a while ago. Might have been New Infinite there or something else. Can't remember exactly who it was. But yeah. So... we own the roads over here, so we own the rails as well. He's retaken Tuyun, so a little bit of supply is moving down that way now instead. And these units have actually been cut off from some supply for a little while. But yeah, essentially, we own this position over here at Chikyang as well. He's got that road there, so supply is moving to there via the road. Now, supply can move down here, but it's going to be difficult. I mean, it probably would have been a better idea for us to actually move across here when we had the chance, but well, we didn't know what was going to happen, did we? Yeah, so I think we'll continue bombing that. I think what I'll do is take the Sallies and have them move to hit Xiaoyang and just take a unit from over here to hit that unit over there. I think we'll just slow that, that's all that really matters. Yeah. But essentially, if he wins this base, okay. Right? He's not going to receive any additional supply. Well, he'd capture the supply that was there with our own forces, okay. Well, actually, no, would he? And is that supply that's in the units? I mean, it's saying supply that's in the hex. It does make me wonder there. So he might potentially capture some additional supply, but I don't think so. I don't know, actually. It's a good question. How much is actually in these units? Yeah, that might be just what's actually in the units themselves, not actually what's in the hex, sorry. Yeah, no, that is right. So let's see, 19. Yeah, no, that's what's in the units. Okay, so he wouldn't capture that, as far as I'm aware. No, I don't believe he would capture that, because that's what's in the units themselves. Yeah, never mind, that was me thinking something else there. Bloody crackers, aren't they? 129. 136. 109. 109. 109. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's in the units. Okay, that's fantastic news then. So that's brilliant. So even if we do lose the battle then at Xiaoyang, he's not going to get any additional supply. He's going to spend supply. He's going to have his forces further weakened. Oh no. He's going to have, yeah, air power continually pounding him. So there's only so much he can do, really. Well, this is it. It's hard to say, but oh god, I don't know. It might be 4-1, maybe 4-1, maybe more. It's not great, to be honest, but it's hard to say because it depends on how much supply he has. If he doesn't have the required amount of supply in his units, they're going to fight at 1/3 effectiveness. It might be that it's just that bloody many of them he'll win, but then what does he do then? He could begin marching north, but the thing is we're going to be there. So we'll have the battle. If there's a battle tomorrow, okay. Whatever happens, he's still here. we're 1 day out then from Changte. So the day after the battle, we arrive at Changte. Okay, so he begins marching. He'll obviously begin marching the day after, so he might be there. Okay. And this is it. We'll have armor moving as well, so we're going to try and get forces here as quickly as possible. I think above all, if he delays, that's brilliant. If he doesn't attack, okay, we reinforce the position. It's an interesting one because we can always chase him down with the armor. And we really are holding out for the armor. If the armor does its job, we'll be okay. I hope. We'll see. Right. I'm going to do then is send them all to hit Xiaoyang. Yeah. Hit that unit there. Just make sure we hit that. So 2 units will be okay, I guess. Right, okay. So move another 36 Oscars south. Right, okay. So 2 in there, be ready. Right, 1 tomorrow the day and the other the day after. So I'm going to put some additional ones in there. Right, what we'll do here is we fill it up 6 per day. So essentially those reserves go in, then they go in, and then we'll do it the day after. That takes us up nicely. So they're rested now, get that fatigue off. So what we're doing then, as soon as we get the actual supply here to max out, we've got a huge fighter build up. And that's 116 there, 123 in total. There's 63 over here, obviously the A5 and 4s, maybe we could try and upgrade them to zeros. There's another 28 Oscars over here that'll be available sooner or later. So we're going to have a good chunk of fighters there. Now that might give us a chance if he does send a carrier force. This is it, we are looking for that. But what we are going to do in the meantime then is we need to get forces moving, frankly. So they're unloaded right now. Okay. It is overloaded. It is, I know. So I could go for a fast transport, move troops. Potentially so. Yeah, and I hope he doesn't realise this build-up. I'm quite proud that our forces got out of there, though. That's good. Okay, what I'm going to do here, then. Have them begin to plan Port Blair. So they're going to have to go down here to Saigon and march across, or either get, or be moved across. Okay. Right, get that moving out. Right, get that division down there to Wuchang. We'll deal with the garrison over there. Okay, good. Right, move a little bit over there. Just try and piecemeal together there. Actually, might as well fill that one out. How much do I actually need at Loyang? 20, okay. Right, move them there, fill out the garrison there. Saw some subs down there, didn't we? Well, this is it. The armor is going to do a really good job. I mean, this is it. It's like, he's the one who should be worrying about armor, not us, really. It's going to hurt him. It's going to do a lot of damage. The question is, can it do enough damage, really? Good news is we will have additional armor arrive in the day, well, during that actual day, so we'll at least get something there. I'm gonna get additional engineers moved down here. There is a brigade on its way as well as the additional divisions. It's just simply getting them there. Yeah, it's simply going to have to be one of those, isn't it? Right. So they're moving out to Kendari. Those tank reinforcements are going to be moving in combat mode. I almost forgot about that. Oh, you're already doing it. Okay, that makes sense. Right, assemble there. So what we need to do then is we need to gather these actual division detachments together, get them moving over here. So we'll manage that soon. Well, this is it. And above all, even if we do lose, that isn't the end because we continue moving. And the thing is, he might win a victory, but like at what cost is that victory going to be? Is he going to be able to manage another battle then? Oh, that's a big one there, isn't it? And this is it. You remember, we took Changsha and it had like, what, 1k out of supply or something like that? You take a look at the amount of supply we've been able to pump into Hengyang. Crackers. I think his supply situation is just perilous. We're going to be hitting him with so many bombers there as well. We are drawing close there. If we can pull off some big victories, that'll be intriguing. That was a nice big ship there. We definitely put a big hole in her. I didn't know it was enough to put her down. I didn't hear anything sink, but I don't imagine she's going to be doing great now. Yeah. What's our group? Sorry, what's our ground? Well, actually, what do we have here? Okay. Our 2 submarines arrived, and that's good. In a while, anyway. And the thing with ports is they're just not that good in open terrain. It's like, you really want to build a fort where you have, like, defensive fortifications. Otherwise, they're just kind of a bit of a waste of time. Okay. Well, this is it. He might be cowed. He might be cowed. And this... I mean, this is it. It's a big thing, really, isn't it? And, like, how much is he going to know about us? He's probably going to have an idea of our strength there. But he's also going to know that his time is really limited. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, frankly, we're going to throw a lot of bombers at his units there. He's going to lose a little bit of AV, not a huge amount, but at the end of the day, it's costing him supply each and every time. It's going to cost him. Interesting, we did see reports out here, but I don't see anything right now. I tell you what, these guys, how fast are they? So they can cruise at 40, so they can cruise the best of them. Have them move south. Use them to fuel them. Alright, you're headed to truck. Well, yeah. How come I don't get a cool nickname? I feel left out sometimes on this. It's got a cool nickname. Where's mine? That's dangerous as hell. Oh, wow. Yeah, get moved to truck ASAP. Not detected, thank God. Yeah, I know. I know. That's why I say it was risky. I'm trying to find some patrol boats somewhere. Alright, there we go. Oh, slows them down. Yeah. I'll send them one from over here. Actually, what bloody size are those tankers? Well, that one can go south. Send it to Uganda, then send it south. Right, okay. Get them moving. I am considering bombardment, but I think I'd rather wait until the 38th and then we can go for deliberate attacks. Just a little bit more time. Reserve that strength and then we can go for that deliberate attack then, can't we? I am tempted, granted. But we'll wait. We'll rather accumulate that power. Yeah, they can definitely move south. So we get engineers moving then from where they should be to where they need to be. Sorry, from where they shouldn't be to where they need to be. Right, 5th Fleet's moving out with a bunch of naval guard there. Need that for Java. Need more, really. Need to free up Singapore as soon as possible, to be honest. Though Port Moresby, yeah. Need to free up Port Moresby, frankly. I think we'll bring the battleships over here with the AKEs. We bring carriers down if we need to, and we cover the hell out of this area. I think we just bombard it. Well, demine it for a start. Get rid of those mines, I'd imagine, that are there. Make it usable. Make it viable. Get it done. That frees up a division that we could have elsewhere then. Like that division probably would be better off shifted towards the Dutch East Indies then. But we'll see. We'll see. If he truly... I don't know. I don't know where he is. He might have... I really feel like his carriers are probably here. If anything... We've not seen anything around here for a while. Every now and then we do see a few ships and etc. We see he's been active over here. Some 6-inch coastal guns, yeah. Well, about 6 or so battleships are pretty much put an end to that. I mean, we'd need a base. I could potentially just take that base there and then just like have AKs set up there, perhaps. I mean, it's obviously going to be a problem, but I think we go in there, we'll cause a lot of problems for him. Essentially, this is his last position here in the north. And it does make you wonder, if we were able to guarantee control of the Coral Sea, what would it be like to just potentially park AKs somewhere and just bombard these Australian cities with these battleships, perhaps? I don't imagine it'd be good. I imagine we'd have to pick our targets, and I imagine it could probably get a lot of air power there, but it'd be interesting. I'm trying to think of how we can actually best make use of this. I think bombarding assets like this, where they can't easily recover, is the best case. Frankly, we need more AV, but I mean, these guys could be weakened significantly. When you imagine you're coming under weeks of bombardment from battleships, it's going to eventually see you weakened. I will see. It's going well enough. It could be miles better. I mean, this is it. It's hard sometimes to come back to this campaign and think, Jesus, I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd done that. But this is it. I feel like there's a very interesting aspect to this campaign now. The learning process has significantly accelerated, not just for myself, but for everyone here. But it's more so, how can we really take this situation and really make good of it? How can we really progress? How can we go faster? How can we go harder? How can we really be more aggressive and turn things truly around? Because we do have good things going for us. We do have good things going for us that have been hard fought for and well deserved. And we'll make use of them. And let's see. We'll see if we can push Matt to his limit. We'll find it. We're going to be very aggressive, and that's going to continue. He's going to see a new Japan. He's going to see a more aggressive Japan. A more confident one, if anything. I think we'll call it about there. I think that is all we need to do. It's been quite nice, actually. It's been a lot of quiet turns, to be fair. Well, not quite quiet, but there's not been a huge amount for me to do. We have gone through this, given a good near 3 hours there, which is, I think, pretty much sufficient. That's been quite a lot of today's streaming there. If you guys do appreciate that, potentially become a patron. It really does make a big difference. Genuinely does. It does help me out, and it does make it worth the time. And this is it. I'm going to start on my essay once again. I'll try and get that going. I mean, this is it. It's a crazy bloody time now, isn't it, with the bloody lockdown and all that shite. But at least we're all here. At least we have some normality, hey? At least we can have a bit of fun. Until the Derbyshire police comes down and says, no, you ain't got a license for that. Bugger the Derbyshire police. Ugh. No, we can end it here. I think we're pretty much good to go. We've gone through this. We've moved a significant amount of air power here. I mean, what we'll do is we'll have proper, we'll have proper review turns every now and then. We've got plenty of time. What I can do is actually, when I do send the turn off, is take a look at this and just take a look through here. Butcher's tall. Yeah, Butcher's tall. Yeah, we'll go with something like that. Ghost Division, perhaps. He could say, yeah, it's manned by Ghost now. But I don't know. I think we need to up here. Very confident. Yeah. I don't know. Empty town of China. See what it makes of that. There we go. So thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, is it still doing this? Okay, that file's buggered then, isn't it? Okay, that file is buggered. Oh, okay. Huh. That's bizarre. Seems to be something wrong with save slot 5, doesn't there? So I'll have to get rid of that. I might have to reload the game. I'm glad I bloody saved it beforehand. Or is it going to work properly now? Let's work there. I'll save it there just in case. That's bizarre. I'm going to have to delete number 5 and see if that works. It looks like it's been corrupted or of some nature. So there we go. Until next time, Oyasumi Minasai. Well, Oyasumi Minasai? Minasai. Oyasumi Minasai. Yeah, Oyasumi Minasai. Minasai. Still getting used to it. Trying to find the time to get the Japanese in. Getting better every now and then. Hopefully one day be fluent enough, and that would be rather cool to deliver these in Japanese as well. That'd be awesome. That'd be really fun. Till next time. Tenno Heika Banzai.